I knew Rodney lives over here, but I never thought of him before. There ain't no water on his property. You know, Rodney, he's a good old boy, been a friend of ours for decades. We don't feel the need, really, to ask him permission to set up on his property. I know he don't mind. And honestly, the less he knows, the better. Then it don't put him in a position to have to lie for us. What do you think?
I think right over here is good and flat right here.
I love the fact them damn junk cars is here.
Yeah, boy. I mean, there's plenty of...
We can park here amongst them and not look out his place.
Plenty of cover right there. You know, the big benefit of sitting up next to some old junk cars is the copper steel fits right into junk. You can't see the forest for the trees, so to speak.
Hey, Puss, look at this right here. This here, we won't have to dig at all. I think right here's the place.
Yep. Daddy?
Huh?
How you planning on getting water over here?
Well, I hadn't really went that far in my thinking, but we got that water I know's got to come from over here.
You know, my papa had a little old thing that he put in the spring box. It was some sort of pump that worked off the flow of the water coming out of the spring house.
That's water pressure, volume.
Yeah.
I saw one of putting water to a cabin.
Ram pump.
Ram pump.
Yeah.
That was it.
I don't want to say rampart, but that's something else. If we can figure out how to get a pump in here, we can get water across this hill. Once we get to the top of the ridge, the rest of it's all downhill, so to speak.
Well, what do we need to do to investigate that?
Well, I say we go ask a resident MacGyver. Daniel may have heard of one, you know, he's all about mechanical.
Well, if anybody can build one and make it work, Daniel Maynard can.
Exactly. We keep Daniel in our hip pocket, and the fact that he's a hillbilly MacGyver, that don't hurt things a bit.
This part's settled. Let's go hunt Daniel and talk to him.
Come on, Jerry. These are some pretty glass ice bottles, ain't they?
Sure is.
Make pretty wine out of this. Our big idea is to turn this blueberry wine into actual champagne.
This process started. There's water right there on top. You ready?
Try it. There you go. This wine's delicious. But we made it out of crushed up blueberries. It's got a lot of settlement, particles, blueberry hulls. We got to clear this stuff up before we ever start the process of making champagne.
I'm telling you what, this stuff right here is looking pretty doggone good.
We're gonna siphon this blueberry mash over into our other vessels and leave the settlement in the barrel.
That's good on that one.
That's called racking. You do that several times to keep clearing up your wine.
We're gonna take it and catch it in these carboys, and then what I'll do is allow all the particulates inside of it to be able to fall to the bottom, and then we'll be able to take the good clear stuff that's coming off the top and pump it off into another container. Whatever's in the bottom will pitch, and then we'll pump it into another one. You let that one settle, you pump it into another one. So we pull it off that third time, it'll be nice and clean and clear. And then we can start our champagne process from there.
All right.
We got her.
You ready to get out of here with this stuff, brother?
Yeah. You gonna grab us a jug and throw it under there?
Me and Jerry, we do just about everything under the sun in the woods. But sometimes you've got to get out of the woods to do certain types of processes. That's gonna be a lot of good sparkling wine. Usually when me and Jerry make liquor, we ferment it one time. But to make the champagne, we got to go through a second fermentation, keeping the right temperature for this stuff to ferment. We're gonna go over here to a little garage, which we're gonna make our winery. Our good friend give us permission to be here, and we got access to regulate the temperature in here, and we're gonna start this whole process of trying to make some champagne. I guess our time here is done for right this minute, ain't it?
Yep. We'll just let her sit and do her thing.
Yep. Yeah, you know, you just gotta be patient. You gotta let this wine set and let gravity do its work. Let it be still for a while, rack it over into another vessel, do the same process several times back and forth so you can clear your wine up. That's a cool deal. Well, let her rest.
Oh. Well, I tell you what, Mark. I ain't never seen that much syrup one time.
We got several buckets of good high-quality raspberry syrup. We're gonna try to make some high-quality liquor out of this.
Well, I tell you, that smells good.
Whew. I'd say we'll get a right smart flavor out of that. If we had something else with it, better we could sell it.
Well, we could start, don't you?
This is all.
Well, I know nothing at all about a round pump.
This is our pressure reservoir.
That's one of the reasons we enlisted old Daniel.
Well, this right here is a hydraulic ram pump. It'll take gravity-fed water going in this end of the pump and send water up through here, up in this pressure reservoir. Air pressure that's trapped in this tank will push down on it and send it out the outlet and send it up the hill.
All right, now if you'll put a foot on that, Daniel.
Put a big rock on it.
Big ass rock. Now, Rodney's property starts by the top of the ridge back here behind us. So the way it lies, we've got to come out of this branch, then get to the top of the hill and pump water in the reservoir we're going to put up there. If we can get to the top of that, then we can make the water go downhill. It's getting it to go up the hill is the problem. We've got a pretty good task ahead of us. It's going to involve a lot of black pipe.
This reminds me of being a youngster and playing in a creek.
Basically what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is outrageously ridiculous to go to these measures to do this, but at the end of the day, this water has been scrutinized by the best in the business, and it has been declared the best water in the world at one point. We've got to have this water to do what we need to do.
Well, here we go, boy. Ain't got no water?
Nope.
May take you a minute. Ain't no water coming in? Ah, bull.
Nothing. It's just water flowing through. Nothing's happening, no clicking, no sound of anything going on inside of this pump.
Damn it.
Damn it, we got to get this thing going, boys. We got to be getting some liquor made. We ain't doing it spinning our wheels.
Smells good.
Does it not?
Getting bitter.
This raspberry syrup, we've never run anything like this before. There's nothing in it but raspberries and sugar, you know, so we're just gonna have to see how it turns out. Hope it tastes good, don't you?
Yeah. We lost a lot of money last year. Our fortified wine, it's so good, but the more we can make, the more we can sell, the better we're gonna make it this winter.
I guess we better build us a fire and squeeze some lemons, hadn't we?
Yeah, buddy. These big fancy restaurants, people get this raspberry lemonade. You see the sweat running down the glass. It really tastes good and looks good. So I think this run here will be a hit.
I'm gonna put over 4.
Lemonade.
You ready to rack her over, brother?
All right, let's get this done. I believe it's cleared up quite a lot.
It has. Looks like it anyway. This wine, we've let it set, let the sediments go to the bottom. We're gonna siphon again and leave the sediment behind in the first vessels that we're pulling from. You ready? There we go.
Let her roll.
Another time or two by next you'll be right, won't it, baby?
Right as rain, son.
Man, this wine is beautiful. I mean, it's got that blueberry color, almost like a beet juice, so to speak, a deep red mahogany color.
You can actually look right here. You can actually
You
see,
see it.
see all the floaties and stuff right here close to the bottom.
Yes, sir, I see it.
Yeah, that's what we don't want to get into.
We don't want to lose the color and the good flavor of this wine by racking it 1,000 times.
That was done.
Well, let's rack another one. But if we don't get all the yeast out, racked off, it can create hydrogen sulfide, which is that rotten egg smell, and nobody wants to drink a damn fart.
I'll tell you what, they wasn't kidding. They said it's a timely process.
Yeah, it takes a long damn time to do all this, don't it?
Just racking it off is taking enough time.
If you want it to be right, I guess we gotta take our time and do it right, right?
That's right, right?
right, son.
Well, let's get these washed out.
Last year, everything come to a screaming halt. This year, everything's blowing up, going wide open. People can now afford a good high-end product. This is gonna be something different that people are gonna wanna get their hands on. This is a fine champagne.
We'll just check these and see exactly what we got going on.
Champagne should be right around 12% alcohol by volume. But the wine itself needs to be about 10% because the second fermentation that makes our bubbles will only create 2% more of ABV. When we mashed in all these blueberries, we wasn't really concerned about the alcohol content because we was gonna run this through and make a brandy out of it.
We say.
The proof? Scared to say. We're at the moment of truth right now. I'm just hoping like the Deacons, man, this wine will read around 10% so we can make this champagne work. About 5. About 5. This stuff's sitting at 5%. That is way too low.
No, here, well, it looks like about 8.
About 8. Yeah, I reckon you're right. You know, 8% to lock down closer to the 10% we need to be at, but still, I don't know what in the hell we're gonna do to make it work.
We got good flavor across the board. All we gotta do is add a little fortification and we're ready to rock and roll what we needs to be.
Jerry comes up with the idea of putting some brandy that we've already run off of these blueberries into this wine to bring it up to the 10% mark.
So what we're doing here is we're actually adding our blueberry brandy to our blueberry wine. We're actually bringing the ABV up on our wine, so it'll be like a normal champagne ABV would be.
You know, I'm not wild about putting the brandy in the champagne, because if we sold the brandy and the champagne separately, that's more money in our pockets. But because this wine turned out so good, this gives me and Jerry a unique opportunity. Boy, look at that pretty stuff. We're gonna bring something very special and high-end to the market. Show about 10 or 11. That's what we're looking for, ain't it? If we got it just right, you know, me and Jerry, we don't want to serve weak champagne. We don't want people to say, you know, that's good, but it's awful sweet and ain't no alcohol there. It's hard to get her done right here, Jerry. We want to give them a good little punch. When they take that swallow out of that glass, that's blueberry champagne with a good kick of alcohol.
Get that bad boy off. Let them set, let them settle. We're ready for bottling.
Next up, we got to do our second fermentation. We got to put our champagne yeast in each bottle, a little extra sugar. That brings the ABV up a little bit more with the extra bubbles as well. Sounds good to me, Bubba. Long down process, but we're making it happen, ain't we?
We got it this far, don't we?
Where do you think you said it, Hattie boy?
I say right up there on the bank, beside that tree. Easy, I can't see what I'm going to put.
You know, it seems like that's probably going to work a little bit of the force and it's good for your body.
What do you say, right here, all right?
The biggest problem is there's just not sufficient amount of pressure to work. But we've got an old reservoir. We think this reservoir, once it fills up, enough pressure down on this to force the water downstream a lot quicker. So that should get us where we need to be. I know you didn't have enough last night. You're officially trying to make some right.
Down pressure on it, so we're hoping to get enough pressure and volume down at the round pump that we need. I want to see right here.
There we go. If everything works perfectly, we'll see the lower check valve close, which in turn will force water out, which will in turn go up in the heat. So that's what we're hoping to see.
That's what you're supposed to do, ain't it, Daniel?
I'm tickled with that, ain't you?
We've got sufficient pressure and flow. Now the task remains to see if we can get this water pumped up over this hill and into the reservoir.
Hey, boys, look at this. Look at here, yeah.
There she goes.
Son, that's a heck of a stream.
Been from Maine to Spain, smoked rope, chewed rope, what to go to the marketplace and still don't call everything.
You gonna go up there? You help me go up there.
Well, I'd love to go through there, but you're down south yonder now.
That's what I say. I go. I don't care me.
We just want to go get our coat set. We want to put this 275-gallon coat at the top of the ridge, and then from the outlet side of it, you know, it's all downhill from there to the still side. Boy, ain't that who making that down low lift?
Everybody does.
here, baby. Look at this. Fire on that fish.
And the man, goodness,
It ain't a strong one, but it's cold water. That's all we need to fish. I bet it'd be pretty much full overnight.
I mean, that's consistent. Look at that. Look at that. We had to go to all this trouble because this is the best water in the world, and we certainly feel that it's worth it. We have to have it. It's going to do this around the clock. We still got to get the fish out and everything built, mashed in. By the time we're ready to mash in, we'll have enough water in here to mash in.
Ready to get them in that champagne bottle or something? Yeah. You know what? This wine's cleared up. It's looking really, really good. We've wrapped this up about 3 times. I believe it's ready to go in this bottle.
The bottle was good. So we were sitting there, when you push down the bottle starts to float. When we pull it up, it stops to float. So everybody having the same amount of flow.
Yeah, 2 seconds and it's full.
Modern day and how many mountains made champagne do we have?
No,
I think many people have.
We got to put in that bottle. We got to put our champagne. A little bit more sugar in the bottle. Top them off with the bottle. And the pressure just creates inside of it. Teaspoon of champagne yeast to each bottle. If it's not the right amount, it can not come out. It can come out perfect, or it can start exploding bottles.
Champagne, the bubble that comes out that pressurizes it, that's the carbon dioxide. That's the control of the yeast in the sugar.
It's great to see these bubble up. You know, these caps that we're putting on, this is just strictly to be able to do our fermentation process under pressure. We're going to get those caps. Then we'll put our regular cork and our wine cage around it to keep the cork in place, and then it's ready to drink. Hello, sweetheart. What are you doing? Okay, well, it's whatever you want. That's cool. Well, me and Jerry, we're actually in the middle of second fermentation on our blueberry champagne.
I'll lay a good bath after all this. I'm sticky.
Got a good brush. Get that off first, bud.
That is a good brush, shake.
It looks like a pickle beet that come out of it.
We would.
Be red all over.
Now you can use that for other things. You know, get them chiggers, get all of you scratch.
Just like a scratcher.
Yeah.
Toothbrush. Put her arm.
There you go.
I really wasn't planning on using the champagne, but happy wife, happy life, right? Yeah, baby. Yep.